Hello everyone, I am Arpita Mondal. My ID is 2411585 and my teammates are Rayhan, Walid, Banna and Aman. Before starting our presentation, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our honorable course teacher Muhammad Shakib Hassan sir for giving us the opportunity to present today. Today, our presentation topic is Newton-Raphson method. It is a very important numerical technique used to find a root of a nonlinear equation. In many mathematical problems, equations such as x cube plus x minus 1 equal to 0 or cos x equal to x cannot be solved easily using algebraic formula. In this situation, numerical methods are used to find an approximate solution. In higher mathematics, computer science, and engineering, many equations become too complicated to solve. Because of this reason, numerical techniques are developed to obtain solutions step by step with a high level of accuracy. Newton-Raphson method is one of the fastest and most efficient numerical method used for find the root of an equation. This method was developed by two mathematicians, Isaac Newton and Joseph Raphson. Their work in calculus helped to create this powerful iterative technique, which is still widely used today in many scientific calculations. This method uses calculus and derivatives to repeatedly improve an initial guess until we reach a very accurate solution. So, in simple words, the Newton-Raphson method starts with an initial guess and gradually moves closer to the actual root through iteration. With each step, the error becomes smaller and the approximation becomes more closer. That's all for me. Now, the next speaker will explain the main formula and the graphical concept of this method. Thank you everyone for your attention.
Thank you, Arpita Mondal. Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdullah Al Aman. My ID is 2411571. Now I'm going to explain the mathematical concept and the formula of Newton-Raphson method. To understand the Newton-Raphson method, first we have to clearly know the formula of Newton-Raphson method and each part of the formula means. The formula is xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus f of x divided by f prime of x, where xn is the current approximation, means the value what we have. Xn plus 1 is the next improved approximation, and f of x is the given function. F prime of x is the derivation of the given function. This formula used again and again to get closer and closer to the real root. Now let's understand the main idea of Newton-Raphson method in a simple way. The Newton-Raphson method is depend on the concept of tangent line from calculus. Instead of randomly guessing, we improve our guess step by step by using geometrical concept. This process is like, first we choose an initial x naught, a starting point close to the end. Then at that point on the curve, we draw a tangent line. This tangent line intersect with x-axis at some point. The intersect point gives us better and new approximation of the root. So basically, instead of direct finding the root, we use the tangent line to predict the root likely to be. For each time we repeat this process, the value becomes more accurate and more closer to the real root. Because of the correction is guided by the slope of the function, the Newton-Raphson method improved very quickly compared to the other numerical method. For this reason, Newton-Raphson method is known as for its fast convergence and used in engineering mathematics and scientific mathematics, where we need quick and accurate value. That's all from my side. Thank you everyone.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Walid. My ID is 241158885. Today my topic is Newton-Raphson method algorithm. Newton-Raphson method is a popular numerical technique used to find approximate root of a real valued equation. It is widely used for its fast convergence when the initial guess is close to the actual root. It has 4 steps. Step 1, choose initial approximation x0. This value should be close to the expected root so that the method can convergence quickly. Then step 2, find derivative fx of the function. This derivative is important because it represents the slope of the tangent line. Then step 3, apply Newton-Raphson formula to compute next value xn plus 1. Then step 4, repeat the formula until the difference between two successive values becomes very small. Mathematically, the stopping condition is xn plus 1 minus xn less than tolerance. Tolerance is a small number such as 0.0001. This means once the difference between two iterations becomes extremely small, we can assume that the root has been reached with sufficient accuracy. Then the algorithm can be summarized as start with initial guess, then compute new approximation using formula, then check error and repeat the process until achieve the desired accuracy. This is all from my side. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Banna Sarker. My registration ID is 241158878. Now let's solve the equation x cube plus x minus 1 equal to 0. First define the function f of x equal to x cube plus x minus 1. By derivating it, we find f prime x equal to 3x square plus 1. Assume the initial value x not equal to 0.5. From using the Newton-Raphson formula, first iteration we find x1 equal to 0.714 and the second iteration we find x2 equal to 0.682. After a few iterations, the root become approximately x equal to 0.682. This show how Newton-Raphson method are used and using for rapidly approximate values. Because of its fastest coverage, it has many advantages. Firstly, the coverage very quickly compared to many other methods. Secondly, it requires fewer iterations to reach an accurate value. Thirdly, it is computationally efficient for scientific and engineering use. Fourthly, it provides high accuracy by rapidly reusing errors in each step. Now, my next teammate will discuss about some real application of Newton-Raphson methods and the conclusion. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Abdullah Al Aman. My ID is 2415200. Today I'll talk about the real life application of Newton-Raphson method. Newton-Raphson is many real life of application. For example, engineering design problem, physics simulation, computer graphics, electronic analysis, numerical software system. To conclusion, highly efficient root finding method based on calculus and interaction widely used in scientific computer. Thank you everyone for listening our presentation.